Say hi, Frida. Hi, Frida. Yes, she is. Yeah, as in Frida Kahlo, except we call her Frida Mialo. And so we are going to give you guys some different museums that you guys can check out if you want to do some virtual tours. I don't think she likes being on camera. Or some, different online games. A lot of art museums not only offer virtual tours, but they offer all kinds of educational games for kids that they can check out. And they are a variety of age groups. So, parents, some of them you may want to check out first because with a lot of your museums, naturally there are all kinds of classical works there. And some of our artists did have a tendency to paint artworks that maybe are not always appropriate for the younger age groups. They may have shown more skin than we want our children to see, but that is just the nature of art. And so you can use your discretion as you check out some of these websites. Some of the ones that are going to be more appropriate for our children, the Tate Museum in the UK, they have a fantastic area for games for the kids to just kind of go in and explore. And this one is really appropriate for our younger group. They have all kinds of areas with not just games, but where you can go in and explore activities and stories and paintings. And you can find it at Tate, tate.org.uk/kids. And theirs is really cute. I enjoy that one. I leave it up for on my kids' computer at school if they want to explore it. If they finish work early. The National Gallery in Washington, they have a website for the kids. You got to kind of search around, and when you get into it, it doesn't look like it's going to be as fun and exciting as the Tate. Theirs is just all kinds of bright colors and flashing, and it's very appealing to the children. But the National Gallery did do a really good job of putting some information and some games and activities together for the kids. And you do have to search around a little bit, but if you follow nga.gov/education/kids, you're going to find it. And theirs is pretty well set up for our younger groups as well. So not a problem. And then there is the Getty. They have a area set up with games. It's really fun games, but you do need a flash player on your computer. So if yours is kind of out of date, it will ask you to update it. And if you don't mind doing that, then that's not a problem. And it's just Getty, GETT.edu /Getty Games. And they have all kinds of neat stuff for the kids, educational stuff. And then we've got the Met Museum in New York. They've got all kinds of just great stuff. They're just a fantastic museum as it is. The Met Museum, metmuseum.org /art/online features /Met Kids. And if you get on there, you can just kind of explore around too. They're one where you're going to kind of want to search first and get your kids set up before you say, okay, here you go. Because when their site opens, you might see a couple of Picassos and some of his famous paintings, which do include some nude artworks and such. So it just depends on how open you are and how young your student is, what you want them to view. And that's at the parent's discretion. Now, if you have older students, and you want them to really explore the art while they're at home, check out the Google Art Project. Naturally, you're going to find all kinds of art on there, and whatever they're searching will not be censored. So this is definitely going to be for your middle schoolers, upper grades, high schoolers, and they can look up any artist, any painting, any time period, and it is going to bring it up for them. They can research it further, and just it opens the whole world. Google did an amazing job with this particular site that they did, the art project, and I use it myself. If I ever use it in my classroom, I kind of make sure that my projector is frozen on whatever I'm working on, and then I'll kind of go over to my computer, bring up Google Art Project, and this way I know I've brought up something safe first, because I do work with the elementary crowd. But again, everything that you're going to use art-wise, you do want to use at, parents' discretion, because some of our artists are fun individuals. So anytime you research any of them, whatever I teach them at school, I'm very careful to approach it in a, safe subject matter. So I've got a little body waiting for me. And then, once kids go home and they start looking up things on their own, parents make sure you know what they're looking at and who they're looking at, and we handle things in a delicate manner with them. But, encourage them to check out the extra art. And if you have any questions or want to know recommendations about good artists, feel free to ask me. You can, if you can't comment here, feel free to reach me at Mrs. Mims, the number 1, on Twitter. I am there, and I usually respond pretty quickly. My friends may disagree because I don't always respond to text messages. And I'm also at Modern Pop Art by Mims on Instagram. That is my business page. I do sell paintings myself and create them. I try to stay busy. So you can reach me there as well, and check out my art as well and share it with your students. Some of them like to see what their teacher works on. So I'm going to take care of my own little one and see what she's working on. We're both trying to work and stay busy and have fun exploring some art.